just give me a few seconds. Okay, so we are live on YouTube as well. Again, my name is Dr Jav. I'm a forex and cryptocurrency trader. Welcome to the call, everyone. And please, can you go back to your groups and let your colleagues know that the call is now live. We are now live on YouTube and also obviously on Zoom. So please just drop a few, pictures or videos in your WhatsApp groups and your Telegram groups. Let's get as many people as possible on call, because it's my intention to create as many 6- and 7-figure cryptocurrency traders, earners as possible. Now, primarily, I'm going to discuss exchange trading on this call. And again, through exchange trading, it's very, very, I wouldn't say easy, but it's relatively simple to create a 6- or 7-figure portfolio. All you have to do is follow a fair few simple steps. So if you know how to follow steps, if you're teachable and you're willing to learn, you can create your 6- or 7-figure portfolio within the crypto space, as many people have around the world. So just bear with me while I share my screen. If you can see my screen, drop me a 111 in the chat box. If you can see my screen, drop me a treble 1 in the chat box and I will continue. Okay, thank you. And if you have questions, please ask me those questions as we go along on this webinar, and I'll try and answer those questions live on the webinar. And also, please do keep your questions coming. I get questions all the time on my phone, via WhatsApp and also via social media. And I try to answer those questions on the calls that I do almost daily. Now, if you're a member of the Academy, you will have access to our cryptocurrency mentors. So you should be well on your way to having your 6- or 7-figure portfolio. If you're not yet a member of the Academy, please get back to me at the end of this presentation and we'll get you all set up and show you how to trade not just the cryptocurrency markets, but also obviously foreign exchange as well. Now, if you look at this, if you go to CoinGecko, if you were to go to CoinGecko today and just scroll down and look at all those coins, you'll see a lot of green today. We've had a lot of green. We've had extremely bullish momentum in many cryptocurrencies in the last few days, last 7 days. For example, if you look at Bitcoin, in the last 7 days, Bitcoin has jumped up by 10%. Ethereum more so by 14.4%. And of course, we have the other coins as well. For example, Polkadot has gone up by 10.6%. Uniswap 11.6%. Polygon or Matic 14%. ICP 30%. Wow, amazing. So we've had a fairly bullish week. And again, if you were, I did a similar call to this just a few days ago. If you were on that call, in fact, what day is it today? 26th. I did a sort of a longish call on the 19th, I think it was, to check on my calendar, on the 19th of July. So if I go back to the 19th of July, if you were on the call on the 19th of July, on that date, the price of Bitcoin was around $31,000. And do you remember my conversation on that call? What I said was, now is a great time to get Bitcoin, because the price, when it starts moving, it's going to move very, very quickly, and you're going to see some fairly big candles popping up into the market. So the price on the 19th of July was around $31,000. And just in the last few days, the price went from $31,000 up to a peak of $39,000. That's $8,000 in the space of just 6 or 7 days. And if I was to just get my ruler out, so on the 19th of July, all the way up to, in fact, to what it is today, let's move that out of the way 1 second. So to what the price is today, it's 20% or so higher than it was on that date. So that's around $7,000 or 7,000 pips. That's how much Bitcoin has moved in the last few days. Now, many of you watching this webinar on YouTube, you may have missed that growth, or you may have missed that call. that is why it's so important for you to jump onto these calls and to make sure that you're in the right place at the right time. On the, let's have a look, 25th of July, the price of Bitcoin moved from in fact, 25th, 26th of July, from a price of 34,000 to 38,000. So $4,000 in just a couple of days, 25, 26th July. And today the price is sitting at around $38,000. So my question to you is, did you catch that shift in price? Were you buying at that point? And that is why it's so important to be a part of the academy, to make sure that you do catch these waves. So that's $4,000. $4,000 in just a couple of days you could have made if you had one Bitcoin. But of course, if you're leverage trading, you could have made a lot more than that, or a little bit less depending on your leverage. So again, very, very important to make sure that you're in the right place when it comes to cryptocurrencies, because the price can move, and it can move extremely quickly. Okay, especially when it comes to Bitcoin. I've seen Bitcoin move by $10,000, $9,000 in a single day or in the space of a couple of days. And I'm expecting to see that again very, very soon. $40,000 is now in play. The price currently is $38,000, $39,000. Very soon we'll hit that $40,000 mark. There may still be a pullback in price of Bitcoin. It could still go back down to below $30,000. However, whether it goes down or not is irrelevant, because $40,000 is now in play. And what you're going to see now, if I just make the chart a little bit smaller, what you are going to see in the next few days, and again, this could happen very, very quickly, and it will catch out a lot of people. So when this happens, it could catch out many, many people who were not expecting this. So if you can just see the last few days here, you can see greens all over the place. And we've had this, I'd say, almost meteoric rise, $9,000 in just the space of a few days. And that has followed the fairly consolidated market that we've had for almost, or in the region of 2 months. And then we saw this $10,000 rise in just a few days. $40,000 is in play. However, having said that, the price could still move down to $27,000. So my recommendation is for you to continue watching the charts and jump in when you think the price is right. So I'm just checking my chat box at the same time. And someone saying, I cashed Ethereum on leverage, my first successful trade. Okay, well done on that. Very, very good. So again, yeah, going back to what I was saying earlier, $40,000 is in play. The price of Bitcoin could potentially still come down to below $30,000. However, if you do not have Bitcoin at the moment, do your research. Again, everything I say, none of this is financial advice, but whatever I say, please do heed what I'm saying, because once the price of Bitcoin hits $100,000, you will say to yourself, I should have bought Bitcoin when the price was $30,000. Bitcoin is headed to those six figures, to the magic six figures. Before you know it, the price of Bitcoin will be $40,000. It will then go back up beyond the all-time high of $64,000, $65,000. And then again, this can happen very, very quickly. We are looking at $100,000 within the next few months. So if you're not currently invested in Bitcoin, definitely you need to look at it, because $40,000 is back in play, and then $65,000, and then basically $70,000, $80,000, and then $100,000. The price of Bitcoin could well go beyond 100K. And we're looking at potentially 200, maybe even $300,000. But those prices, it will hit for maybe just one day or a few hours or maybe a few minutes, and you need to catch those prices. So if you are hodling, holding on for dear life, if you are hodling Bitcoin, you need to make sure that you leave the market when the price is as near to the all-time high as possible. So if you are expecting the price of Bitcoin to hit $100,000, maybe $200,000, you need to make sure that you come out at the right time and not obviously at a trough. Now, I've shown this chart a few times. So if you look at this, at the moment, we are still here. So we are still at the sort of the trough, as you call it. And so we're between 1 and 2. Now 2 is going to be probably $70, $80, $90,000, maybe even $100,000. And following 2, the price is going to come back down again. It could come back down to $50,000, $40,000, $60,000 again. And at that point, many people will leave the market. The retail public will leave the market again, and stating Bitcoin doesn't work, it's a scam, and so on. But what I'm saying to you is, when the second wave hits, and we are very, very close to that, the price could potentially hit $100,000. What you need to do at $100,000 is potentially exchange your cryptocurrencies, your Bitcoin, Ethereum, or the coins that we will let you know at the time. Exchange those for stable coins. I'll talk about stable coins later in this presentation. Now, let me give you an example. Just say Bitcoin goes to $100,000 in the next 3 months. We are expecting the price to come back down again. You will get a pullback in the market. At $100,000, if you were to, let's say, sell or exchange your Bitcoin, you've now got a $100,000 worth of stable coin. When the price comes back down to, let's say, $50,000, at that point, you can use that $100,000 and now buy 2 Bitcoins. So whereas before you had 1 Bitcoin, now you've got 2 Bitcoins. So that when the price goes to, let's say, $300,000, your portfolio is now worth $600,000 because you have 2 Bitcoins. So that is how we exchange trade. We actually exchange our coins at the peaks for stable coin, and then we buy back into those coins when the price is low again. And you keep doing this on the cycles, and you'll find that your portfolio will grow over and over and over again. And before you know it, you've got that 6 or 7 figure portfolio. Now, at the moment, we do a lot of fundamentals when it comes to cryptocurrencies. We look at what's happening in the market and what people are saying. And what you'll find is that the billionaires, the corporations, they will actually tell you the opposite of what you should be doing. So what I've noticed in the past many, many times over and over again, when China says it's going to ban cryptocurrencies, you need to do the opposite. You don't need to sell, you need to buy. When Tesla is saying to you that Bitcoin is not energy efficient and you should not invest in Bitcoin, you should do the opposite. Because what happens is that when these companies do their tweets or make their public announcements, they are actually manipulating the market to line their own pockets. For example, when Tesla said that, I think it was just a few months ago, he said that Bitcoin was not energy efficient. We are no longer interested in Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin came down, and many corporations, many billionaires, many hedge funds, many banks bought into Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies at that point. So you need to do what the banks are doing. Don't listen to what's coming out in the news, because a lot of that is manipulation. However, having said that, this is also a cycle. So if I look at Elon Musk for a few minutes, Elon Musk will say, it's a scam, don't do Bitcoin. Then a few weeks later, he'll say, no, let's do it. Then he'll say, don't do it. Then he'll say, let's do it. And a lot of that actually helps the price move up or down in the market, and it is market manipulation. And again, now what he's saying is, maybe cryptocurrency and Bitcoin is a good thing after all. Maybe Bitcoin is a good thing after all. And we are now, what he's saying is, what's he saying? The Tesla CEO suggested that his company will U-turn on its decision to suspend cryptocurrency payments. So, he said it's okay, then he said it's not okay, now he's saying it's okay again. And on the back of that, you've seen these increases in price. So some of these prices could be attributed to what Elon Musk is saying now. And again, it's not just Elon Musk, it's also other people as well. For example, Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is now saying that they will potentially accept cryptocurrency as payment on Amazon. So as we know, Amazon is the largest retail site on the internet. And if Amazon accepts Bitcoin payments, you are potentially looking at a $1 million Bitcoin in the next few years, because Amazon is huge. And if Amazon goes ahead and accepts Bitcoin as payment, other companies will also follow. So again, this is very, very big news that we're seeing at the moment. And this could have been the cause of some of the price increases that we've seen with Bitcoin in the last few days. And also recently, Amazon has been advertising for cryptocurrency experts or product leads to help them harness the power of cryptocurrency within that organization. So they actually, got these job adverts out there to find people that understand cryptocurrencies. I might actually apply for that. So it's quite interesting, actually. So these companies are now looking at Bitcoin in more seriously. And again, going back to the price of Bitcoin, $39,000. What's going to happen now is we may still get a pullback to below $30,000, but what it's looking like at the moment is that the huge Bitcoin pump that I've been talking about for several weeks now is about to happen, and the $100,000 Bitcoin can become reality very, very soon. Now, all billionaires own Bitcoin, many millionaires own Bitcoin, large corporations own Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, banks own Bitcoins, governments, hedge funds, they all own Bitcoins. It's just the retail traders, people, the working class, the middle class, that fall in the trap of believing the news that they see on the internet. So you need to be very, very careful with what's happening in the market. My recommendation to every single person on this call is to do your research. Again, none of this is financial advice. Do your research and buy some Bitcoin if you think it's the right thing to do. In my opinion, cryptocurrency is the future of money, and it's not going anywhere. If anything, the price is going to continue going up. So Bitcoin is still $39,000. It's still a very, very low price. Don't forget, it was $65,000 just a few weeks ago. $65,000 just a few weeks ago. It's still, from $65,000 to what it is today, is still 40% off the peak that it was just a few weeks ago. So still, very, very good time to buy Bitcoin. $40,000 is in play, and this consolidation that we saw happened for a long time. And what you'll find is that when the market is consolidated for a long time, it's a little bit like an elastic band. So you've got the pullback on the elastic, and they've let it go now, and you've seen this amazing increase in price in just a few days. And what I'm saying to you now is a large move is coming very, very quickly. A large move is coming very, very quickly. So just bear that in mind. Now, if you quickly look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, obviously the dominance of Bitcoin did come down since March 21st. Sorry, not 17th of March and so on. It did come down, and we've had a bit of an increase in Bitcoin dominance. But again, when Bitcoin dominance comes down, that money has to go somewhere, and it goes into altcoins. So just bear that in mind. When the dominance comes down, altcoins could shoot up in value. So again, something for you to look at. Now, what else do I want to talk about today? Yes, I also wanted to mention, obviously, Ethereum. And the price of Ethereum today is $2,300. And if I just have a look at what the price was just a few days ago, you will see, again, a similar thing to what we're seeing with Bitcoin. Now, on the 20th of July, the price was $1,700. So when I came onto this call just a few days ago, I think it was 19th July, the price was $1,800. And at that point, if you look at my earlier trainings, my earlier webinars, what I said was that $1,800 is an amazing price for Ethereum. If you don't yet have Ethereum, you need to look at it seriously, because the price is going to go up, and it's going to go up very, very quickly. And look what happened. In those few days, the price of Ethereum has gone up by almost 40%. from $1,700 all the way up to the peak of $2,400 almost. That's almost 40% in just a few days. Now, Ethereum, at its highest point, the all-time high of Ethereum was $4,400 almost. So, knowing that Ethereum was $4,000 before, $2,000 for Ethereum is still a steal. It is still a very, very good time to come into Ethereum because a lot of interesting things are happening with Ethereum, with the marketplace. And if you are not privy to the knowledge out there, you need to start looking at this because we have some new protocols coming. So on August the 4th, we have the hard fork of Ethereum, and many proponents of Ethereum feel that the price of Ethereum will again shoot through the roof when that happens. So my recommendation is for you, what is it now? 26th of July today. You've only got 1 week before the hard fork of Ethereum. And when EIP 1559, is it? When the next protocol comes out, you need to be in the right place and you need to make sure you have your ETH before that protocol arrives. Because following that, it could happen very quickly or could take a little bit of time. I don't know yet, but following that, we are looking at the $4,000 again. ETH will go back to $4,000. And at the moment, ETH is following a similar curve to what Bitcoin did in 2017 when the price of Bitcoin hit $20,000. So ETH could potentially go beyond $10,000, maybe even $20,000. Once Ethereum is at $20,000, you will say to yourself, Dr. Jav told me to buy ETH at $2,000. I should have listened to him now. And ETH is now $20,000. So ETH could go up by a multiple of 5, if not 10, in the next few months. And it's not just EIP 1559. There's another protocol that's coming very, very soon as well. And let's have a look. So just bear with me. Yeah, you also have ETH2 or EIP, I think it's 3675, which basically is going to change how Ethereum operates. So again, this will happen probably towards the end of this year. And again, these are things that will help the price of Ethereum shoot through the roof. So obviously Ethereum currently is proof of work and it's going to move on towards proof of stake for its transactions. So again, if you're not invested in Ethereum, there's some big things happening in the ETH marketplace in the next few months. We've got obviously August the 4th coming very, very soon, where we get the hard fork. And then we have EIP 3675 a few months later. So again, you don't want to come into ETH, excuse me, after those dates because it might be too late. So definitely, if you don't have ETH in your portfolio, look at it seriously because ETH is it's proven to, in some cases, to be a much stronger coin than Bitcoin because obviously it has more use case than Bitcoin and with the smart contracts and so forth. So definitely, if you don't have ETH in your portfolio, you need to get some ETH. So Bitcoin and Ethereum are the top coins that you need to have in your portfolio. If you don't know how to get those coins, jump onto my YouTube channel. I'll give you the link right at the end. And I've done a lot of videos on how you can acquire these different coins. Now, recently, Elon Musk has been tweeting again about Dogecoin. Now, Dogecoin, obviously, it's not my favorite coin. It was, it's a bit of a fun coin. But again, Dogecoin, the price has been all over the place. And a lot of this has been based around the PR that Tesla and Elon Musk has been doing. So Dogecoin was a Litecoin fork, and it came out as a joke currency in 2013-14. And a lot of social media stars, people with a lot of following, have been saying, get into Dogecoin because, A, B, C, whatever the reason is. And a lot of people have apparently become 6- and 7-figure earners on the back of just Dogecoin. But Dogecoin has little or no use case, which means that the price of Dogecoin basically it just reacts to what people are saying on social media and what these millionaires or billionaires are saying, people like Elon Musk. So if you have Dogecoin at the moment, obviously the price has gone up recently because of Elon Musk's recent tweet. You know, he's now supporting Dogecoin again, as he keeps doing over and over again. And on the back of that, Dogecoin, we've seen this increase in price from Dogecoin. So Dogecoin did come down to 16 cents. It's now back up to 22, but the high of Dogecoin was almost 50 cents. So half a dollar almost. I mean, the price may still go up, but my recommendation is to just watch this, watch it carefully, because it was looking like we'd lost Dogecoin, because we had a, since June, towards the end, in fact, all the way back up to the beginning of June, it's been lower highs all the way down and lower lows all the way down, which was indicating that we could have potentially lost Dogecoin forever. But again, it has recovered because for some reason Tesla or Elon Musk likes Dogecoin and they keep pumping the price up. So I'm guessing probably because he's got a lot of Dogecoin, or he's probably sold off already at the high point. But again, you got the normal pump and dump scenario here, where billionaires and corporates are supporting a coin with no use case. So my recommendation is, if you do have some Dogecoin, watch the price closely for the next few days and maybe come out of the market for Dogecoin. There are a lot more other coins out there in the market. In fact, 10,000 plus other coins in the market that you can invest in. So definitely make sure you're on the right side when it comes to Dogecoin. Now, I did talk about stable coins earlier. So if you go to CoinGecko, you can actually see what the stable coins are. For example, you've got USD coin. Now, these coins are going to be obviously $1 because these coins are stable coins and the price is pegged to the dollar. So don't come into a stable coin expecting the price to go up times 10 or times 100. It's not going to happen. The price of stable coin will go up by times 1. So it will always be in the region of $1. So USD coin is a stable coin, as is DAI coin. So these are two coins that you can utilize when you are exchanging your coins for stable coins at the top of the market. So like I said earlier, if when Bitcoin goes to $100,000, you can transfer. In fact, if I go back to this one, sorry, just say Bitcoin is $200,000 or $100,000 at this point, and we are expecting the price to come down. At this point, you would transfer your value in Bitcoin to a stable coin like USD coin or DAI coin, and then you would hold that until the price has come back down again. And at this point, you can buy into that coin again and increase your portfolio value. Now, when it comes to stable coins, you can also earn dividends on your stable coins via staking. And I've talked about staking many, many times on various calls. And again, if you go to crypto.com, you can actually stake DAI for 12%. In fact, it's up to 14%. So depending on what level you are at. But, imagine 14% is pretty good. True USD is 14%, USD coin 14%, True Pound 14%. So stable coins can actually earn you an income even if you're not doing anything with them, and you can do that on crypto.com. And I do talk about crypto.com staking on another video, so please spend some time on my YouTube channel. If you're not currently subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe, like, and share this video with other people who could do with an additional income stream. Digital money is the future of money. Cryptocurrency is the future of money. And if you are not currently invested in cryptocurrencies, you need to start doing it right away, because cryptocurrency is not going anywhere, regardless of what you see or hear in the news. Excuse me. Now, finally, I just want to talk about Cardano because it's one of my favorite coins. If I go back to go back to CoinGecko. Now, Cardano, which you can see here, it's the 5th largest cryptocurrency in the market. Again, it's proof of stake blockchain, and proof of stake blockchain systems allow miners to mine or validate block transactions based on the amounts that they hold. Now, Cardano is an amazing coin, much better than Dogecoin. And again, if you don't have Cardano in your portfolio, definitely start looking at it. Now, it's based on the Ouroboros, I can't even say it properly, proof of stake blockchain protocol, and it's claimed to be 4 million times more energy efficient than Bitcoin. So Cardano, it's an amazing coin. And a lot of people say that the resulting energy difference between Cardano and say blockchain is akin to the difference in energy usage of a household versus a small country. So Cardano is a lot more energy efficient than Bitcoin. And again, it's definitely a coin that you need to look at. Now, when it comes to cryptocurrency, if you want any more information on any particular cryptocurrency, you can get most of that stuff from CoinGecko. You just click the coin that you're interested in, and then you get more detail on that coin. Now, Cardano is currently around $1.34. And since it was launched, it's been consistently more or less in the top 10. And that is saying something. Top 10 coin is Cardano. There's only 45 billion Cardano that will ever be created. That's the maximum supply. And if you were to compare that to, say, was it Dogecoin that I was talking about earlier? Dogecoin has an infinite maximum supply. So the total supply of Dogecoin is infinite, meaning that going forward, the price is likely to come down. Whereas with Cardano, because it has a finite, limited supply of 45 billion, the price is more and more likely to go up as there's less supply in the marketplace. Now, Cardano uses layered blockchain to track transactions and store information. And again, it's an amazing coin. And as we know, Cardano's layers means that it's able to process transactions so much more quicker than other cryptocurrencies. In fact, it's actually, I think I read somewhere that it's quicker than a Visa transaction. So Visa's processing capabilities are around 65,000 transactions every single second. And Cardano is quicker than that. So Cardano is a good coin for you to get if you don't have it. If you don't know how to get Cardano, again, go to coingecko.com and there's a list of exchanges here. You can use crypto.com, you can use Coinbase, Kraken. There's quite a few exchanges that you can use to acquire Cardano with. Now, if I just look at the Cardano chart here, the all-time high of Cardano was on the 15th of May, and the price hit $2.47 looking at that. Now, 2 years ago, Cardano was 10 cents. So 2 years ago, Cardano was 10 cents. If you'd bought $1,000 worth of Cardano 2 years ago, you would today be sitting on 10,000 Cardano. 10,000 Cardano. And based on that, you would have a portfolio just for Cardano worth of around $13,000. $13,000. Now, at the all-time high of Cardano, your portfolio for just Cardano would have been almost $25,000. And again, we are expecting Cardano to go back beyond $2.50, if not even $10 in the next few months. So Cardano is a great coin to have. And like most of the crypto market, Cardano has seen its price fall over the last few weeks. But look at this, it's picked up. The price of Cardano has picked up. And what you'll find happens is that when the price of Bitcoin goes up, altcoins tend to follow or lag behind Bitcoin. So we've seen the increase in price of Bitcoin I've just showed you earlier of around $10,000 in just a few days. And altcoins have followed that increase in price. So again, a great coin to have if you don't yet have Cardano. And that's all I wanted to talk about today. So obviously Bitcoin is very, very important. Watch this space. Bitcoin will hit $40,000 very, very soon. If you're not a member of our academy, I know there are guests watching this webinar online. Please reach out to me using any of my links here. My name is Dr. Jav. I'm a forex and cryptocurrency trader. We've been trading now for over 5 years, and we have a huge number of students, people in our mastermind group that we teach and show how to trade every single day. If you're not currently subscribed to my YouTube channel, that is my link. Hit the subscribe button, because we do training almost every single day to help you to hit that 6 or 7 figure portfolio. So it's not that hard to obtain a 6 figure or 7 figure portfolio in the cryptocurrency space, as long as you are teachable. So as long as you are teachable, you're willing to learn, and you are willing to follow instructions when it comes to cryptocurrencies, you can make those magic 6 and or 7 figures. So my name is Dr. Jav. Again, thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed this webinar, and I will see you shortly on the next one. Thank you, and I'll speak to you soon.